am a few minutes late. And first things first, I wanted to show you my new holiday sweater. I finally found the perfect holiday sweater. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this pulled up. Oh no. I didn't even spell the title right here. Please hold. Live Resin, huh? Save. Nope, that's not right either. Now for anyone tuning in later, this is a live video. It's not a quick tutorial video, and this is a holiday special, so I'm here to hang out with my friends. So if you're here to watch a quick short tutorial video, this is not the video for you. Okay, there we go. Hey Jake. All right, so I was searching for the perfect holiday sweater for forever, and I finally found it today, 2 days before Christmas. So it also lights up. Can everybody see? It says happy little trees. It's got 3 light settings. Whoop, whoop. So I'm very happy with it, and I had to show it off. Anyways, all right. Now we'll go down to the project here. So I'm going to go ahead and point this camera down. It's going to move. Everybody close your eyes, or don't, you'll get dizzy. And then I'm going to have to do the whole zoom in thing. There we go. Oh, that was pretty good. All right. CD Hughes, you're looking for wooden measuring spoons. I apologize, I don't have any. I'm going to now take the sweater off so I don't mess it up. All right. Tonight we're going to do some resin tumblers. I started doing these tumblers for my sisters like a year ago, and I'm finally going to finish the last 2. I did want to show you guys one other thing though that I am so excited about. And yes, I really need to clean my mat. I made a new cup size. Let me see if I have something to compare it to so you guys can see. All right. This is the one I used earlier, but this is the 16-ounce double split cup. It's got wet paint in it because I just used it. And the new cup, you guys are literally like the first ones to see it. And I don't even know why I'm so excited about this, because I feel like it's so ridiculous. But it is a 32-ouncer. Look how big it is. Compared to that other one, looks so tiny. And this is just the single split. I might make it also in the double split. But yeah, so brand new. Okay, Becky is saying on the wine glasses, what white paint did you use? Oh, you mean the, I'm not sure which ones you're talking about. Yeah, so nice big one. That's actually up in my shop right now. I only put a few up though because it takes like a full day to make those. Anyways, I am pretty excited about it, so I thought I'd show you guys first. So now we're going to go ahead and mix up resin. I'm using Art Coat for these. And I have, my sisters each gave me the colors that they wanted. Becky, are you talking about these wine glasses? Are these the ones you're talking about? If so, I used glass enamel paint. Yeah, glass enamel paint. I can show you real quick. It's this specifically. There we go. You can get it at Michael's, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Amazon, pretty much everywhere. All right, for cups, you hardly need any paint, especially these ones. These are just small wine ones. Yes, I make the split cups myself. So you need probably like, I'd say max 2 ounces per cup. I'm going to go ahead and mix up 4 ounces, which is going to look a little silly in this cup, but I'm going to mix up a little extra actually because I have some I have some coasters that I want to finish filling the top of. Actually, you know what? I'll mix up even extra because then at the end of this video, I'll show you guys a new kind of coaster technique that Jake and I came up with. And I do see some other questions coming in, but let me just get started with the mixing because it'll take a few minutes to mix. And then as I'm mixing, I'll answer more questions. Please hold. So once again, using Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat. Oh, come now. That little paper piece from the top got stuck in there. Okay. I think I'm going to mix up 8 ounces. I always put in side B first with the hardener. And then add the resin, which is side A or part A. And Veronica, can you get the link for the next paint night? For the next paint night, we're going to do some champagne glasses. Oh, man. Okay. And these, the paint nights I'm doing live on Facebook. It's something new I'm trying. I might also try to do some on YouTube. I'm not sure, but for now, Facebook is working. Okay. And it has been cold, you guys, so when I'm using resin, I go ahead and preheat it. I just put it in front of my space heater for a while. Okay. Let's get this all mixed up. So now is a good time to ask me questions because I will be able to see them as I'm stirring this. And also, Veronica, if you want to grab the link for that split cup too. Heather, not yet. Not yet. Melissa, if your picture is blurry, you might need to raise the quality of your video from your device. Because YouTube kind of gives you a low quality to start with, so. Right now, it's probably, my garage stays colder than outside. Outside, it's been in the 60s, mostly actually, 60s to 70s. But in my garage, it's been in like the 50s, which is not that cold. But for resin, it is cold. And it gets down to like the 40s at night. So I know there's places where it's snowing, and I'm not saying it's freezing or anything like that. Although in Los Angeles, we are big wimps. And this is definitely... When it gets down to 70, it's sweater weather for us. But, yeah, for resin, you want to be operating in the 70s in temperature-wise. So if it gets down to lower than that, you got to heat your resin. Or it'll be really hard to mix it. It'll be hard to get the air bubbles out. It will take forever to cure. Yeah, come join us for the next paint night. We're having so much fun. And the next one is these really pretty champagne flutes. Super easy. Even if you don't feel like you have any painting talent, you can do it. So this resin, you generally want to mix for about 3 minutes, maybe 4. If it's colder, I would definitely recommend mixing it longer. So the length of a 90s song, you know. And the colors I'm going to be using for one, the sister wanted black, gold, and green. And on the other, the sister wanted silver, mostly teal, with some silver, gold, and purple. So for that one, I left it just the silver. On this one, I painted it black. Okay. So Veronica did just post the Facebook link for the next one if you want to check that out. Heather said, have you ever watched the YouTube channel Pouring Your Heart Out? She's from Australia. I think I have sometimes. I can't really remember though. It's been a while. I think she's a blonde girl, right? Is that Julie or is that a different girl? I don't know. Lauren said, do you need specific mixing cups for resin? You do not, no. Yeah. the plastic cups are reusable too for resin, Tina. So I'll show you real quick. I have a few of these guys. And what I do is I leave the stick in there. I let it dry. Now this probably won't work because it's on camera, but I squeeze it a little bit. And because there's some resin in the bottom, you can generally just peel it out by the stick. And it just should peel right out. There we go. See that? And then you can even take the resin off of the stick and reuse the stick again. And of course, just peel any. So I reuse these guys over and over and over. I'm not gonna finish it right now. Normally it all peels out in one go. But yeah, the silicone mixers also work really good. These cups are from Lowe's, I think. Or Walmart, maybe, actually, even. Actually, yeah, I think I got these at Walmart. They're like 80 cents a cup. And super awesome. They have all different mixtures. They have ounces. They have milliliters. So all different kinds of measurements depending on what you're trying to do. Okay, so that should be good. Now we're going to mix up our colors. I haven't really decided what colors. Okay, so for the one that wants the mostly teal, I'm going to put 1 drop of blue dye. This is the Alumilite blue dye. Actually, this is ocean blue. And then I'm going to put some of the real teal metallic. And that's going to make a really gorgeous deep teal color. You can totally mix those dyes and mica powders, you guys, and make your own colors. All right, now in one of these, they both want gold. I'm going to use the Just Resin Gold Paste, which is my favorite. Because these are small cups, I'm actually going to tear these sticks in half. So I'm going to use some of this gold paste. I'm doing the colors my sisters asked for. So they get what they asked for. All right, and then we'll do a little purple. And for that, I'm going to do, again, just a tiny drop of purple dye, along with a little bit of the deep purple mica powder. Yeah, these guys have asked for their specific colors already. And I did 2 of the sisters' colors like months ago. And then I kind of just, life, you know, got in the way. All right, then I will do just green, I guess, in this next one. Same thing. I'll do a drop of the green dye. I'm going to try to do just a tiny dot. So we're really not using a lot of resin on these. And then a little bit of the green mica powder. I love the mica powders give it that metallic depth. And then the dyes just, it just gives it more depth, I guess you could say, than just using one or the other. All right, I might also mix up some gold dust. So let's go ahead, distribute. And this is more than enough. So I'll throw any leftovers in coaster molds. Okay, I'm gonna bring this teal close up. So this is the one that I mixed the 1 drop of the dye with that real teal metallic. Look at this gorgeous color. Super beautiful. So much depth. Okay. All right, all right, all right. And I don't know why this is my favorite gold. It just is. I think because of the weight of it, it tends to kind of sit on top, which I like, which gives a bit more depth to your project as well. And we got our purple. So one sister wanted green, gold, and black, and the other one mostly teal with some silver, gold, and purple. Okay. All right, hope this comes out how I want. Ooh, that's a pretty green. I might add a tiny bit more. I think I might add a little more dye to this green, but I actually think it's perfect. Okay, let's turn on these guys. And these are just cup rotators I got from Amazon. They're inexpensive and they're just workhorses. Like, they just go and go and go. I haven't had any issues with them. These wine glass tumblers I also get from Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. The other tumblers that I use though, the warm drink ones and the cold drink ones, I usually get from Michael's. I've actually found the best prices there. But just depends on what you want. I'm putting on some clean gloves because I'm very hands-on with these guys. Yes, everyone, let's give the moderators a hand. I mean, they can't hear it, but they can see it in the comments, I guess. They do such a good job. Can you even imagine if I didn't have them here? Like, they are just insanely good. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to double check my color request to make sure I have it right. Teal, purple, gold, silver for this one. Okay. And guys, do make sure you do that thumbs up. And also feel free to super chat, super sticker. Everything helps. It's the end of the crazy year. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to put a little bit of clear on this one. And that's just so I don't have to worry about missing spots. It's a little bit loose on this foam. That's okay. Okay. And here we go. She wants mostly teal. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And there's so many ways you can do this. I generally like the drizzling method. And this is just with mica powders and dyes. You can also get in here with alcohol inks. These are also always sealed with a final clear layer of resin. So you don't even really have to worry if you miss a spot with your resin. It's going to be okay. I'm going to go ahead and just start spreading some of this around. I guess this one technically doesn't need to be running yet, but have any of my cups fallen off the spinner? No, but one time the screws did come out in the spinner, but it actually made one of my prettiest cups because the cup went flying against, what was it against? It was against the side of my bin, but it kept spinning. So it actually made this beautiful blended look. Wasn't at all what I was trying to get, but it worked. Okay. So I want to leave some of that silver showing because she specifically wanted silver. You can use one of the colors that someone wants as like background, like this, or you can always add it in. Just know that any colors that you add in, they're going to blend with the other colors. Okay, let's get in here with some purple. And I like to go back and forth with the colors a little bit. So kind of filling in some more of that space. Okay. I'll get more teal. She wanted lots and lots of teal. Teal's her favorite color. Oh, thank you so much, Becky. I was going to say one more thing. I knew I was forgetting something. So a few weeks ago on a live, I was like, yes, I will do holiday cards. I never made an official video about it though, mainly because I already knew that this year was going to be a bit insane. So, however, I did order kind of an astronomical amount of cards, so I still have plenty. So if any of you would still like a holiday card, of course knowing that you're going to get it way after Christmas, go ahead and email me, info@thepainterinYou.com. Please put in the subject line, holiday, let's do holiday 2020. That's all you're going to put in the subject line. And in the body of the email, put your mailing address. I'm not psychic. If you don't add your mailing address, I cannot get you a card. Okay, I feel like I've covered up a lot of the silver. Uh-oh. All right. Let's get in here with some of the gold. Okay. I think that's good for now. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to turn this a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. Okay. Now I'm going to get started on this one. Which, same thing, I'm going to put a bit of clear down. I did spray paint this right beforehand, so. Say holiday 2020. Let's try that. I was going to look up and see what I put before, but I forgot to do that. So let's just go with holiday 2020. Put your mailing address, and I will send you out a card, probably still before the end of the year. It just obviously will be after Christmas, because I plan on taking tomorrow off. We're going to do a Die Hard marathon. Okay. So Tina said, do you ever have issues with glasses being uneven on the bottom? Yes. That can happen if your cup turner is not level. So I actually had an issue a few weeks ago when I did some cups. See all this buildup of resin down here? That actually made my cup turner not level. And on one of them, the resin kind of all went to one side of the cup. So that can happen. If so, you just need to level out your cup turner. So once I figured that out and I was like, oops, I went ahead and just put some sticks under the other side and leveled it out, and then it was totally fine. All right, so here we go with the green and the gold. I hope my sister doesn't see this video. This is for my sister up in Washington, whom I will not be seeing this Christmas because of COVID. And I haven't seen pretty much, I think, since, I don't know. It's been a really long time. She was supposed to come down multiple times and then has just canceled each time because of course, all the world apocalypse. Yeah, you also just don't want to overdo it on the epoxy. I mean, these really don't take a lot. So try not to put too much or it can pool on an end or two. Ooh, I'm really liking this blue and or green and gold. Who knew? Definitely not a green person. Although I've been using it quite a bit recently. I'll do a little more green. And then I think this one's pretty good too. So you can actually kind of see on this one that it's actually moving this way a little bit, it looks like. So after this, I'll have to level out. Putting paper plate under your glasses now to catch the drippings. That can work. Hey, Tish. All right, let's go ahead and torch. Oh, bugger. All right, let's try one that hopefully has some stuff in it. Now, torching will cause these to blend together a bit more. Make sure you torch all the way around, and it's never a bad idea to torch and then come back a little later and torch again. I don't stress too much because these will have that final clear coat. So even if I do happen to miss a little bit on the epoxy, it's okay. Or, you know, a little bit on the air bubbles situation. Oh, I think these are both going to be gorgeous. Yeah, I really like that green and gold too, surprisingly. Now, just for anyone that hasn't really done tumblers, a couple other things that you can do. So at this point, these pretty much, I just let them spin until they're dry. I know, right? I was thinking about adding a little more silver into that one. There is a little bit peeking through though, so I'm kind of hesitant because I really like how it looks now. And I think she'll be happy with it. No, I didn't mix any up. I was just counting on the fact that the cup is silver to kind of shine through a little bit. And it is, I'll do a close-up. You can see it in a few spots, but I'm still kind of toying with the idea of adding a little bit of silver. Oh, I was also going to do a little gold dust. Dang it. Yeah, so just one other thing that you can do. Let's say you want some harsher lines, because you can see as these are turning and turning, the lines get more blended. You can actually come back when it's cured for maybe like an hour, and then your resin will be stringier, and you can put that on at that point and make some clearer lines if you want. That's just another option. Okay, I'm going to do just a tiny bit more here. I don't know that now I'm not sure. Let me actually do some, I'm going to do some coasters and then I'll come back to these. So I'm just going to inch these carefully out of the way. I'm still thinking about mixing up some more silver for that. Okay. So Jake and I were playing around and we came up with this coaster technique. I'll kind of show you here, which is actually kind of a play on a technique that Mike showed me on a countertop. But in this case, I took it and applied it to coasters. So let's go ahead and throw some resin in here. I feel like we should have plenty to do this and then probably mix up a little more silver. Or I keep saying more silver, I didn't even mix any silver. So mix up a little silver. For these, because this is not a casting resin, I do at least 2 layers, if not 3. So this is just going to be the first layer. Now here's a quick pro tip. When you're dealing with coaster molds, you have your silicone molds, you got to get those air bubbles out somehow. So a lot of times people will take a heat gun. You don't want to take a torch to it because that can actually ruin, oops, I want to go the other way. That can actually ruin your molds. So what I like to do is take a little bit of alcohol, this is 91% isopropyl alcohol, and spray these, the alcohol will actually help get rid of those air bubbles. I wish you could see up close. So that's just a little pro tip. Now, if it's cold, like it is right now, it may or may not get rid of all the air bubbles. I usually let it sit and let the air bubbles float back up, and then I'll spray it again. So while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and mix up a little bit of silver for that other one. And maybe a tiny bit of gold dust, because I'm feeling adventurous. Yeah, so I leave these cups spinning on these cup turners until they're dry. In the summer, that takes only a few hours. In the winter, for me, that can take up to 24 hours. I had some tumblers that I did a week or two ago, and they took that full like 24 hours to dry. They took almost the full 24 hours to stop moving. Yeah, I understand alcohol is not easily found. I can't do anything about that. It's just a little tip. That's a worldwide situation. Luckily, I had a nice, decent size stock of it beforehand. But yeah, and you want to use that 91%. Okay, silver. 1 second. I have a few different silvers. Let me see. I think I'm going to use my bright silver. I have 2 different silvers. I have like a darker one that's almost like a metallic black or like slate gray. And yeah, so someone, Sheila just said she just found alcohol this week. I have seen more stores carrying it over the last few weeks. Like it's now back at the dollar store near me. You can get 70, I think it's the 70%. So things are continually changing. Just keep checking on it. And if you find some, get as much as you can. You know, if you're actually going to use it, of course. I'm so thankful that I had some from before all of this. Or yeah, I would be in trouble. Okay. So I do have a little resin left in here. Just mixing up a tiny bit of silver and a tiny bit of the gold dust. Because we need that. I could put it in the clear coat, but just for food safety reasons, we want to have that clear coat be just a clear coat. Not that their lips are going to be touching this anyways because there's a plastic lid for these, but it's just the best to have that clear coat on top. Okay. So I'm going to set these aside for a second, come back to the cups. Oh, this one looks so, so gorgeous. She's going to love it. All right, my cord fell down. Hold on. Okay, that was scary. All right, let's throw this little bit of silver in here. Okay, I think that should be good. And I'm going to do gold dust on both of them. On this one, the gold is taking over a little more than I want, so I am going to add in a little more green. Oh, nobody saw that, right? No, okay. I missed my cup. Julie said, can you just put the cup on your fist? I mean, it has to continually rotate until it dries, or the resin will just run off. You can do these not on a cup turner if you want. You can just do it on an upside down cup. That works. But this way will definitely work better. You'll have less work afterwards to sand or anything else like that. But I've definitely done tumblers without a cup turner. So this gold dust is just a light glitter. It doesn't really add too much. It doesn't add a specific color. It's just adding a little bit of bling. Okay, I'm going to torch these again. These cup turners are super inexpensive on Amazon though, and definitely a great investment, especially if you plan on selling your art. Tumblers are such a hot ticket item that you will make up the cost of this cup turner on your first sale. Now, I don't work for this company, okay? I'm not like trying to make sales for them or anything, just in case anyone's wondering. I don't even know who this company is. I'm just saying I will probably be ordering a couple more myself because I've been doing a lot of tumblers this Christmas and only having 2 has been difficult. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, so let's go back to our coasters. Okay. I am going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit more here because I want to make sure you guys are able to see this. I'm spraying again with alcohol. You can also use alcohol infused with mica powder for that if you want. Okay, everybody close your eyes for a second. I'm going to try to zoom in on these a little bit. It's really difficult though. Hold on. Oh, that worked. Okay, okay. Good. So at this point, this is just clear resin. We don't have any color in there. And I am going to color these not with... Yeah, Becky, I do have that other cup turner, which is really awesome, but the frustrating thing is I've not been able to find the right foam for it. So I keep having to do all these makeshift ones, which is making me like not use it nearly as much. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let's do green ones because I've already done blue and purple. I'm going to take this green dye. This is not alcohol ink. This is resin dye. I am going to put 1 drop. And there you go. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. Just kidding. Okay. Now I'm going to take a stick. I'm going to take a smaller popsicle stick. These turners are squeaky, so I apologize if you guys start hearing any of this squeaking. All right. Let's move this a little more toward me. Okay. So right now it just looks like a drop. So I'm going to take this stick and I'm going to go ahead and spread that dye out and make whatever design I want. You guys remember those? Remember, it's not like they're not around anymore, but the marbles with like the ribbons in them, that is what this does. The dye literally suspends in there. And it is so awesome. I'm going to try to show you guys on the close-up. Hopefully you guys will be able to see the depth of these. And this is just 1 drop of dye. You don't want to overdo it. Like even using 2 drops can be too much. A little bit goes a long way. And the point is to leave some of that clear so you get that ribboned effect. It's almost like a record, right? Just making some cool designs in there. Yeah, that's all 1 drop. You can, of course, add multiple colors if you want. I'm going to just leave it at that for now. I'm going to bring you guys in for a close-up on all of these. And I'm also going to show you some blue ones that I did with this. I just showed you the purple ones. But I'm going to show you some blue ones that I did with a little bit of white in them. That came out so cool. Yeah, I think I can take these out of the molds. Okay. So this was 1 drop of blue and like 1 drop of white, basically. So they are going to move a little bit. Let me zoom back out a little. Close your eyes. Okay. So here's the top. And hopefully you can kind of see that depth. And the white, because it's heavier, it tends to sink to the bottom, which is okay. I didn't put white in the ones I just did. So it should have a little bit less. It should fluff out a little bit less, I guess. Also, I think I did spray these with alcohol too. So spraying them with alcohol can cause them to fluff out a bit. I did that to get rid of the air bubbles. So let's see here. And that can kind of make the dye spread out and move around, but can also help create some cool patterns. Okay, let's do our close-up. Because it's Christmas Eve. So, camera is going to shake. Everybody close your eyes. Don't want anyone getting dizzy. Alright, here is the first tumbler there. I'll let it rotate here. So mostly teal. She wanted a pop of purple, a little bit of silver, a little bit of gold. So I think I did pretty good on that. Sorry, I'm so shaky. Alright, here's number 2. She wanted green, gold, and black. Most of that black got hidden, but there are still pops of it coming through. And as it moves, we might have some more show up. It's at least black on the bottom. I can also add a little bit of black in there. We'll see. And then here are the coasters. Can you guys see the depth in that? It is so stinking cool. And it's so easy too. You don't have to go into any crazy mixing anything up. You just put your resin in and put a drop of dye. Any color. You can put a couple colors. So like you might want to do green and blue or green and white or whatever. I wouldn't put more than like 3 drops of dye in there because then you'll kind of lose that ribbon effect. It'll still work, of course, but you'll just lose the ribbon effect. Okay, camera's gonna shake again. As if it's not shaking right now. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yay! Finally getting done with the sisters project. Alright. Ah. There we go. Oakley dokley, you guys. I think that's it for tonight. I actually went way longer than I was trying to. I was planning on doing like 30 minutes because I have tons of Christmas stuff to do. And I have not wrapped one single present. Alright, so thank you guys so much for joining me. This is the last live before Christmas. I'm going to take tomorrow off and then Christmas off. At least I'm going to try. But yeah, I guess I will see you guys all. I may or may not cancel the live next week. I'm not sure. I think I'll be out of town. Lori, yes, I do every single Wednesday, 6 p.m. Rap while you're watching movies. Yeah, but I'm watching movies with the whole family and I can't rap with them there. They never leave the house. I need them to get out of my house so that I can wrap the presents. But yeah, Lori, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. And if I cancel, which is extremely rare, I let everybody know beforehand, okay? So I might cancel next week, just because I might be out of town for a few days. We shall see. All right. Thank you so much for joining. And I will, yeah, happy holidays. Oh my gosh, we've almost made it to the end of the year, you guys. We're surviving. All right. I'll see you all next time. Bye.